It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Spurs come into town. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Look at Philadelphia. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
And right now for the 76ers, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Dedmon into the center position. On defense, the 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Okafor with the screen on Green. There's the pick. To the paint. Off the pick. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. Philadelphia shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Okafor with the steal. First quarter, just over a minute played, but he recovers it. Okafor with the screen on Green. Kicks it to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Drains it from beyond the arc.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And it's the Spurs ball. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. Seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
San Antonio shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Now here's Okafor. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Here's Dedmon, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Philadelphia with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's Shorty. Second shot opportunity, and it's Okafor getting it to go.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Leonard kicks to Parker. Back to Leonard. No luck. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And this is the first of 2 games between the two, East versus West, so they don't see a whole lot of one another.
Yeah, and Greg, for me, that just raises the intrigue level. Some matchups we don't get to see that often, so I'll be watching this one closely.
Here's Parker. 76ers getting the bucket. Green kicks to Dedmon. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's the dish to Aldridge. Rebound by the 76ers.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And he gets it to go.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Parker with it. He had 16 points in the win against Atlanta. There's Green with the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Shorty, covered by Parker. Pass to Okafor. And it's blocked. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Passes it to Shorty. Okafor with a screen on Parker. Here's Shorty, covered by Parker. And it's Okafor again missing.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. Parker right side. Puts up the baby hook. And another basket for San Antonio.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for the 76ers. Pau Gasol's checked in for the Spurs. He's perfect from the line this time. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Now, here's Parker. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pick by Okafor. And Simmons kicks to Okafor. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Back to Leonard. And it's Parker in the corner. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Okafor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simmons, guarded by Green. Leonard with the steal. And here we go with Leonard. Nope. Oh!
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way. That's exactly how you want to do it.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Parker. Gasol passes to Aldridge. Okafor grabs the miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. It's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
And it's... good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And that one's good. Parker. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin will see how successful they are.
Thank you, Doris. And some changes here for the 76ers. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Okafor. Cannon comes in for Tyler Johnson. And it's Chalmers in for Shorty. Cannon dishes to Chalmers. He with the block. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Simmons. A 14-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D.
Lee with the steal. Now here's Gasol. Dishes it to Lee.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
1:58 left in the first. Shot off the pick. No good from Simmons.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And he gets the bucket.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Murray. He feeds it to Lee. Pass to Murray. Clock at 6. Here's Simmons. Fires from the wing. Green for 2 points. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
Now, here's Chalmers. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Embiid the screen. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Gasol with the steal. Now, Lee. Gasol up top, guarded by Embiid. Gasol passes to Lee. The inside, missed inside. The 76ers trail by 11. And here is Chalmers. There's Cannon with the three. Another three for Philadelphia.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Here's Murray, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got his first 2 points.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancer.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Boy, have they come out strong. Just some tremendous offense.
Guys fully in control and stroking it well.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Lee. Then it's D. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, roaming the paint. Off the inbound. That is good. And the Spurs lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Johnson.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Gasol. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
The 76ers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Parker. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Back to Aldridge. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Simmons. He's covered by Leonard. And Simmons kicks to Okafor. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Okafor's got 8.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Shorty, he's checked in for Mario Chalmers. And San Antonio also making a switch. Dedmon's checked in. Simmons passes to Shorty. Misses the 3. San Antonio leading by 12. The pass to Leonard. 3-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
It's been a solid outing for Okafor. He's got 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Out to Parker. Off target at the rim.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Count that one.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead.
Leonard, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
Yes.
Parker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And Philadelphia calls time here. down low. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Parker.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Here's Simmons. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Leonard with the steal. Can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Okafor gets the bucket.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
And all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
The 76ers trail by 11. Pass to Shorty. He kicks to Okafor. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. And here's the break. And Green slams it in.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Shorty. He dishes it to Simmons. How's that for an answer? Right. Back with the dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
So it's San Antonio now. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Parker outside. Dedmon dishes to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Feeds to Simmons. Pass to Shorty. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Johnson, wide open. He fired. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Timeout called, the 76ers.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. Lee's checked in for the Spurs. T comes in for Parker, and so he draws the foul on the shot. It's on David Lee. 76ers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Picked by Lee. Murray kicks to Lee. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the. Let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Second is Kawhi Leonard.
Well, anytime you can be one of the best scorers in the league, that's special company and something you should be proud of. It's not easy to do on a consistent basis to be amongst the scoring leaders.
And the 76ers making a change here. Cannon's checked in, and he sinks the second. The 76ers trail by 9. Embiid the screen. Here's Shorty. The shot is off, and San Antonio will go the other way with it. Leonard with the ball. 13 points in the game. To the middle. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Clock at 6. The 15-footer, good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
There's a good screen. Here's Shorty, the feed to Aldridge. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Count the bucket. Leonard's got 17 now.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Here's Aldridge, looking for his first basket still in this one.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
For Philadelphia, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Free throw good, Aldridge. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for the 76ers. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Spurs leading by 11. Now Murray.
Oh, wow. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Philadelphia with the ball after the basket by San Antonio. Out to the wing. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Here's Embiid. He with the block. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Green leading the charge. And finished off by Leonard.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Here's Simmons. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Simmons passes to Embiid. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Now, here's Aldridge. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
A shot's good from Aldridge.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's Murray, and the dunk by Aldridge.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Cannon can't hit. Spurs leading by 13. Here's Leonard. Out of bounds, Philadelphia. Takes possession.
All right, here's a look at stats for Chalmers. How he performed last season. He was around 9 points per last year. 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle. Does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
Embiid the screen. Chalmers dishes to Simmons. Knocks it loose. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Gasol kicks to Lee, and he dunks it down.
Now, that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
Poked loose. Gasol with the steal. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Simmons. Shot from 12. And again, it's Philadelphia.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ, I agree.
And through the first half of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with you. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 19 points, 4 steals, and 4 rebounds. First 2 quarters from him. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game. Guys, but you know, anything can happen. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
We've got Okafor, Shorty out there with Johnson. Then there's the prodigy, and it's Holmes in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
Tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer. And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Shorty, the pass to Simmons. Here's Shorty, covered by Parker. And that one's good.
Shorty.
Spurs leading by 15. Kicks it to Dedmon. The dish now to Aldridge. He feeds it to Leonard. And Okafor with the block. Dedmon passes to Parker. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Johnson's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. It's Parker with the drive. That one misses. It's his 5th miss. He's made 4 baskets. Here's Simmons. 6 points for him. Picked by Okafor. Here's Shorty. He's covered by Leonard. Okafor gets the bucket.
Timeout Spurs.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Dedmon kicks to Parker. Spurs passing it around. Aldridge's shot is good.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
The 76ers trail by 17.
Timeout for the 76ers.
And And the 76ers call time here.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. If what he talked about is a true indication, the pick and roll is going to be their go-to play from now on. He sees that as being their best option offensively. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. Okafor up top. And the pass to Shorty. Offline with his three.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Leonard with no one around. Another shot. They kick it out to Green. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Green's got 8 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
To the inside, here's Okafor, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Here's Simmons. He's got 6. Pass to Holmes. From past the arc. And the shot is good. 8 points for him.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And Parker, here we go. Dishes it to Aldridge. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
The 76ers trail by 17. Shorty the pass to Simmons. Pass to Okafor. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Here's Parker. 8 points for him. He kicks it to Dedmon. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
The Spurs making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Pick by Okafor. Passes it to Shorty. There's a screen. He dishes it to Okafor. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Okafor's got 19 points.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Parker drives in. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Here's Shorty, covered by Parker. Shorty the pass to Okafor. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. And that one falls for Okafor. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both free throws good from Okafor. San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Lee. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Lee's got 5 points so far.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
San Antonio's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Picked by Lee. Murray dishes to Lee. Powered down with both hands.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for the prodigy.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Lee sets a screen for Lee. And Okafor with the block. To the inside. Gasol. Boom, he jams it straight down.
David Lee.
The 76ers trail by 18. Here's Simmons. He's got 8. Cannon kicks to Okafor. Pulls up on the elbow. Lee with the block. In transition, here come the Spurs.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
In the corner, Cannon with it. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Cannon's got 6.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Here's Murray, defended by Chalmers. Murray kicks to Lee. Gasol setting the pick for Lee. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Okafor. There's the pick. Chalmers pass to Simmons.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
And Gasol sends it back. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Kept alive. The 76ers trail by 20. Feeds it to Simmons. 1:37 left to play here in the third. And he drops it in from the low post. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Lee outside. Now the feed to Simmons. Now Murray. Outside Gasol. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Cannon kicks to Simmons. Inside. Here's Simmons. 11 points in the game. From 18 feet away. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got his third rebound on the night. And the call will be against David Lee. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Murray. Down low. Stolen. And Chalmers kicks to Cannon. Here's Simmons. Back to Chalmers. 4 seconds left. Can't get it to go.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sixers dancers.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Spurs leading by 16. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Parker in at the 1 spot. And it's Shorty with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. And the wide open shot from Green. And the 3 off target. Philadelphia has gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. And he gets it to go. 16 points for Johnson.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept them in it.
Parker drives in. Moves back up. But they'll get another chance. From deep, Green. Green missing again.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Leonard, that's for 2. Money from the wing. Leonard's got 25 points.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Shot clock at 6. Simmons dishes to Okafor. Leonard attacking.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. From deep, Green, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
That one. Goes. Count. And 12 points for the Prodigy.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Parker passes to Dedmon. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Here's Simmons. He's covered by Leonard. And there's the pass to Shorty. Intercepted. Parker left side. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. The Spurs working the ball around now. Parker outside, knocked away. And now the 76ers on the break. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
18 feet out, and that one hits back iron. The 76ers trail by 19. Johnson dishes to Simmons. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now here's Parker. Dedmon passes to Parker. Looking for Aldridge, he gets it there. And Okafor with the block. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Again, Philadelphia.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Parker outside. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. 6 on the shot clock. He's feeling it. Nice jump shot. Good. And that's now 29 points for Leonard.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts. Looking at the game for the Prodigy, 12 points and 14 assists, as we've seen. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Spurs leading by 18. Parker outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is up and in.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Shorty, covered by Parker. Johnson right side. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket. The Spurs have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Aldridge a screen. And here is Parker. To the paint, and Aldridge slams it in.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The 76ers trail by 20. Kicks it to Johnson. Now the dish to Okafor. Johnson, the pass to Okafor. Shoots from 12. San Antonio with the rebound. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Johnson, the pass to Shorty. Picked by Okafor. Shoots the 3. Johnson's shot is off.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold, the way that guy gets to the rim.
You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
Johnson against Lee. Jacks up a 3, and that one's good. That's now 8 points for Shorty.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Now Murray. He feeds it to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Swiped away. Here's Simmons. Pass to Shorty for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Now Murray to the middle. Got a piece of it. Okafor with the steal. Simmons passes to Shorty. Poked away. Dishes it to Okafor. He kicks it to Simmons. Lets the three fly. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Diaz checked in. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Simmons. Passes to Short. The tray. Can't hit.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Spurs.
Clark, the differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
They made the defense adjust by moving the ball like that, and there was no answer for it.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kawhi Leonard. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
Well, Marcus, this is certainly a good win. What was the most important element to the team in a game like this one?
Playing with energy. I think guys play with energy. I think guys play with passion tonight. And we just got, just win games right now.
Guys, they're all talented, but passion's such a...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. He really set the tone for them in the first half, and it seemed to just help carry them forward from that point on.
There's no question about it. As far as small football.
And, folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.